Okay, we're going to another episode of On Time Watch Reviews, which is an abbreviated version of my typical on the wrist from off the cuff format. Now, I just finished doing the extended full review for the channel, and honestly, that thing went long. I rambled quite a bit because there's just so much to cover about this watch, but this is the short take. So with that said, this is from Halios. They were founded back in 2009 by Jason Lume out of Vancouver, Canada. They run on three principles. They offer a quality, well-built watch that you can take into the water. That's number one. Number two is they aim to exceed your after-sales support expectations. And number three, they strive to design the next watch icon. Now, as far as this type of watch, I'd consider it a dive watch. Some key common characteristics in design: when you're looking for a dive watch, you're going to want water resistance, typically some type of screw down crown. You want something that's tough, legible, with a dive bezel, and a diver's extension is always nice if on bracelet. This is the Fairwind slate gray sapphire diver. It's that because it has a slate gray dial and a sapphire diver bezel insert. And basically this is their next generation diver built off of the success of their C4th line. And another surprising secret is that this is secretly Swiss made. Yes, hands, movement, and assembly are Swiss. So it does meet the technical requirements to bear the Swiss text. But Jason, in all of his wisdom, said, no, that's just a bunch of marketing jargon. I just put the best stuff out there. I don't care where it's from. Just good choices. And the watch speaks for itself. And he's not here to mark this thing up. He's just here to get you something good. So with that said, guys, let's zoom the camera out, get this piece in hand, and take a closer look. Okay, guys, here we go. This thing is sweet. All right. Also, one thing to note, this watch is out, but the bracelet is not out yet because this is actually the final prototype for their toolless quick adjust clasp. And is it good? Yeah, it's amazing. Fully milled, and you can adjust it by pressing this button here. It doesn't have to be on your wrist. Look how smooth that is. You pop it off, make it a little easier on yourself if you want. Yeah, that's, oh, bit my glove there. But yeah, oh man, is it good? Yeah, it's really good. It's a great clasp, and I'm really excited about it. Just some notes, I did pre-order this. It's the blue one I'm waiting on, but I told him, I said, hey, look, just send me my watch when it's ready. But he was kind enough to offer this loaner to kind of give me a sneak preview of what's to come, and I'm blown away, guys. So how much does this go for? $775 direct, and it's an insane deal. It should cost twice as much, and it's in the argument for being one of the best watches divers under $2,000, but it costs way less than $1,000. So nuts. Okay, love the 39mm diameter. It's nice and thin. As you can see, great milling, great contours here. It is 12.4 millimeters high, 48 millimeter lug to lug, full stainless steel, guys, brushed and polished to a luxury level. And honestly, this thing it's up there with the best of them in terms of independent brands. Sapphire double domed, inner air coating. We do get the 60 click bezel. It is not unidirectional, it's bidirectional, because you can also get the 12-hour traveler's bezel. So not too upset with it, but man, this thing's good. It's good to have action, and the action's good. I don't care if it goes both ways. It's good. So loving that. Okay, screw down crown signed. We also have an SW200 movement in here, but this is actually spec'd for Halios to be a no-date model. So there is no ghost position on the crown when you set the time. Yeah, he just threw that in there. Didn't need to, but did it because he's an enthusiast. Case back, solid and etched. Dial, dark gray. Applied indices, C3 superluminova, and has water resistance to 20 atmospheres or 200 meters, guys. But let's go ahead, get this piece on wrist, see how it wears. All right, on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, you can see excellent. Look at the light play on this thing. Look at the way it sits. It wraps. The contours, those lugs do angle down beautifully. They tie in. The visual weight on those really thinly ground lugs tie into this beautiful, comfortable bracelet. It's insane the way the light just dances and plays on this thing. Look at that. All those times people complain about a diver saying, "Oh, if you could make it thinner for me, I wouldn't care about it having all this crazy 600 meters of water resistance." All right, 200 meters of water resistance. Look at how thin this is. It's insane. Love this thing. Bracelet, 20 millimeter lug width. All right, tapering, flat, brushed, multi-link bracelet, all fully articulated with high polished bevels. It tapers down from 20 millimeters to 16 millimeters. It has screw-in connectors, guys. Yeah, well, more things people love. And it has a fully milled 18.5 millimeter push-button folding clasp with toolless micro adjust. On the wrist, classic proportions with a distinctly modern flair. And I like that. There's so many watches that are more derivative these days, and here you have this perfectly balanced blend of kind of old and new that somehow creates this truly unique look. I dig it a lot. It's gorgeous. The case contours, and tapers, they just tuck and fold the visual weight and the physical weight down, because it's milled away. It's undercut. They do all the things that you love that watchmakers do to make it wear much nicer and much thinner. But let's go ahead and move into some lume shots, the light transition, and closing thoughts. All right, we'll go ahead and hit the lights. As you can see, C3 Superluminova blasting away, gorgeously executed, just excellent, outstanding. One thing I also like to do is get this low light transition in, because you're not always going to be out in direct sunlight, out in the middle of a field. Sometimes you're going to be walking underneath an overpass, a tree, some shade, just not generally in stellar lighting. So you're going to be in less than optimal lighting, some transitional lighting. You're going to want to see how the colors on this dial render, and how these all these different textures and subtle polishes and brushings, how they play and they hold the light in a way. And then even you get up close here with this really high contrast lighting, and yeah, still looks excellent. Typically that's going to expose some of those imperfections, but look at that. Look at the way how uniform the light is as it just comes away over this beautiful timepiece, and still super legible. Oh yeah, C3, great choice of lume. He's just done so many things. Awesome, guys. Closing thoughts. This watch is absolutely in the conversation for best diver under $2,000, but it costs well under $1,000. A little crazy. And honestly would still be compelling at twice the price. At $1,550, this is still, for me at least, a no-brainer. Buy it. It's hella good. Bottom line, really, the Halios Fairwind might have just dethroned the CW C60 Trinet as the new gold standard of what an independent microbrand can offer you for the money. And I love me some Montas, some Formax, some Brellums, those really upper tier Swiss-made watches for the level of luxury you can get without paying kind of the luxury tax on there. They're still more expensive, but they're not, you're not buying the name, you're buying the quality, you're buying the timepiece, you're not buying a bunch of marketing. And here they've done something, Jason at Halios has taken that just and turned it on its head. You're getting insane quality, and at a price like this, it's scary. I worry for Jason. It's that good. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the video, please do it like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe for more content just like this. I'm gonna have to do a couple more videos with this, maybe put it side by side with some other popular watches that are awesome. I mean, this is a great watch. If you like the look of it, you're gonna love the build of it. And I mean, there's nothing to not like about the price. A lot of times people complain, hey, if it's over $500, stick a Sellita in it, stick an ETA in it. Oh, okay, here we go. Not only did he stick an ETA in it, I mean, I'm sorry, not a Sellita. He did a no date, spec from Sellita, so that there's no ghost position. That's like, you know, hey, dive watches are too thick. You know, people are too obsessed with the depth rating. Let's make them just a little bit thinner and turn down some of the water resistance. Okay, does that too. You know, toolless micro adjust clasp. People ask for that. Does that too. Screw in links. Does that too. Uses sapphire. Doesn't make any excuses about Hesalite or plexiglass and how it's more vintage or well, nah. The sapphire's better. It's the new standard. You can make it look just as good. Why not? I mean, come on. This is supposed to be a short take. I'm just going to keep it short. I'll leave the comments to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like the video, please do it like. And if you haven't, please subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.